let's continue with talking points and the media coming in for a lashing by Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo for preempting Angelo Grizi's testimony at that inquiry. Now, he says to serve the interests of journalists and not the public. So the question is, did the media overstep the mark? Let's get some reaction. I'm joined by Wits University's Professor of Journalism, Anton Harber, to explain what the issues are and how the media feels about this. Anton, morning. Raymond Zondo, very cross with the media, undoubtedly. What do you think about what he said about the media doing this mostly for profit, labelling it a money-hungry media? Has the media, to some extent, in this case, jeopardized the process in any way?
I don't believe so. Technically, there's a breach of the rules of the Commission, which are written by Judge Zondo himself. But the rules he put out have already drawn the objections of the media before this, because they're very outdated, very restrictive. They amount to pre-censorship. You can't publish any document of the Commission without his written permission. And that's really goes beyond, I think, what our Constitution allows for. And I don't see that there is any damage to the Commission. In fact, it might give protection to witnesses. It often does if what I have to say is out there in a situation such as with the current witness, where his life may well be in danger. It can help protect him by getting the information out there. So I think this is a bit of a distraction. I think his lashing out at the media, doing it for profit, is, you know, he needs to get a little bit real. I mean, the fact is we know most of our media is struggling financially, and actually it's in the public interest for the media to be profitable.
And I suppose the question would we be having any of these inquiries had it not been for the media's work and uncovering a lot of the stuff that we're hearing about in the past?
That's true.
That has led to the establishment of such inquiries.
That's true, but the media has played a completely critical role. At least elements of the media have played a critical role. But that wouldn't be an excuse for breaking the rules for no reason at all. But I think Judge Zondo needs to realize that the media, getting this information out, getting it in the public arena, he needs the media. The media has a huge role in covering and making known what the Commission is bringing to the fore. And that's not going to be assisted by a restrictive or controlling atmosphere.
Just to play devil's advocate and just to look at, you know, some of the stories that we'd seen coming out about Nomvula Mokonyane in the days before Grizi was due to testify, and basically it was what he said. It contained, you know, the reports and then what he had to say. It was exactly what that was. And we speak of maybe protecting him. Did it not, in that case, maybe compromise him in the days before, because there was all the secrecy about who this witness was going to be, who this next person was going to be, what he was going to say?
No, but hold on. They didn't reveal his identity before it came out at the Commission. All they did was publish some elements of what was in his affidavit. They didn't make it up. They didn't get it by hearsay. It was in his affidavit 1 or 2 days before it came out. I can't see that that does any great damage to the Commission. And I think it's probably outweighed by the value of getting the information out in the public eye. And of course, we would know as responsible media that you would verify this. Nobody would publish something that, you know, is just hearsay or somebody said so. So what do we do now? As SANEF and the media, how do we navigate this? Or do we just play by the rules now? I think what SANEF tried to do at the beginning of the Commission needs to happen, which is to meet the judge and say, look, we don't want to confront and have to chase down these rules you made in court. Let's try and agree on a set of practical rules that enables us to work side by side and assist each other rather than work against each other. Is there a plan for a conversation? Is that conversation going to happen again? SANEF asked for it at the beginning. It didn't happen. They've asked for it to happen now. Okay, so it's a wait and see what happens with the Commission. Okay, thanks very much for that. That's Wits University's Professor of Journalism, Anton Harber, just chatting to us about the lashing that the media has received from the Zondo Commission chair there, Judge Raymond Zondo.